Hey guys, Nick here from Greystone Copywriting. So today we're going to talk about designing emails that convert and how you can do less, but ultimately make more and get more out of your email, whether your goal is revenue or engagement for your subscribers, whatever it may be. So most emails are way too jam-packed. It's the most common problem that I see. You just got way too much stuff in there, or the designs, even if they are like really good, they're just they're too distracting and they take away attention from what the goal of the email is. And this mistake can leave money pouring out the other side. This is this is part of a tweet that I tweeted this out as a thread, so that's why it's written that way. But I'll patch a leaky bucket. So let's get into it. Main goal of any email is to have one goal. Always one desired outcome. More distractions, more friction, and equals a higher exit rate. So if your email is like super busy, it's double column, it's got a whole bunch of different information, packed full of stuff, it's not easy to read. It's not easy to like just like follow down the screen. You want them to like one thing to the next easily, one, two, three. You know, this goes with copy and this goes with design as well. You should smoothly guide your reader down the page. And I'll show you an example over here. This is a brand that I did a video about already. This is a welcome email from them. And this one wasn't bad. It just shows like this stuff here that I took out. A lot going on. Stuff that wasn't necessarily needed. A lot of writing that's not easy to scan through. I've seen worse ones, but this is just an example of how you could take out a lot from your emails, a lot more than you think. So you want to have a clear logo, especially if you're e-commerce, because it's what they associate with you every single time. And you want to make sure it's visible and it doesn't blend into the background in dark mode. Your headline should be the biggest font on the page, because it's the main idea of your email. It tells the reader what will be happening and what they can expect. So again, make sure it's clear, make sure it's not blending into the background. If you're using dark mode or even just like white text on a white background, maybe part of the background is white, etc. And yeah, it can make it unreadable. Hero image, doesn't really matter what it is most of the time in e-commerce. With what I'm doing, you'll have like a picture of a model using whatever the product is, but as long as it's relevant to the topic of the email, or it somehow conveys a message or an emotion that is relevant, doesn't really matter. Just make sure it's like not useless, basically, and it's just filling up space that doesn't need to be filled. So, call to action. Sorry, a bit tired. In most emails, your goal is to get them to buy. As like 99% of the time, what you're going to be doing with your e-commerce emails is you're getting them to buy your product. So you want to keep your call to action above the fold, up high. You see in this example here, this is my call to action, first one up here, second one down here, compared to the original, which the first call to action is way down here. If we want them to buy, we don't want them to have to scroll through the whole thing, through all of this text before they're able to buy. I also don't like this scroll down for code. You should always have your discount code like pretty close to wherever the button is going to be. Not not far away. You don't want to make your reader work for anything in your emails, copy or design. You want to hand feed it to them and you want to walk them along. It's also good if you can make your copy a little bit more descriptive. You can go back and you go look at that example as well. Their copy actually was pretty good, but a lot of people, they just say save now, shop now. You can use stuff like I want 10% off, or in the example it was like what was it like, get handsome now. Something a bit more interesting and more relevant. Colors, 1 to 3 at most. You want to use whatever the brand colors are, if they have any, or whatever emotion you want to convey. Certain colors have different emotions. I love to look at crazy colored emails, and honestly, I'm not a wicked good designer. I can't even do that stuff. But a lot of the times, it's just too crazy, and it can take away from the meaning of the email and cause distraction. For your body copy, usually right below the fold, you can see in this example, right after your call to action in the photo. You want to make sure it's easy to read. Break it up into pieces, even if it's long. Like for this example, I shortened up the copy, but even if I kept it the same, I would break it up and organize it and maybe put in some subheadings just so they can quickly scan through and look at what is most important to them. You can also add through a couple pictures, like you're doing a product drop email, stuff like that. Make sure it's relevant. And then final call to action, kind of looked at in the example. If your email is really long, it's a good idea to have 2 or more call to actions throughout, so they can constantly click wherever they are, and it's just a little reminder, a little nudge for them to buy. And that is pretty much all. If you hit all those points, you're gonna have a pretty good email, as long as the content is good. But in terms of structure, that's going to help your reader go down the email flawlessly and easily, and get all the way to the end and take the action that you want them to take. And ultimately, usually more money is usually the goal. More money, more click-throughs, more money, more orders placed, etc., whatever you're selling. But yeah, let me know if that helps. If you're an e-commerce brand and you want some one-on-one help, I'd love to chat. You can leave a comment below, or you can find leave my Twitter and all that stuff on my Instagram. You can send me a DM, and I'd love to have a chat. But yeah, see you guys next time.